That sound. It's a moment that can change everything. One split second, and the world of metal, glass, and responsibilities crashes together. When the dust settles and you check to see if everyone's okay, another question starts to form in your mind. Am I covered for this? Car insurance. For many of us, it's just another bill to pay, a bunch of confusing terms on a piece of paper. But in that critical moment after an accident, those terms become your financial shield. Comprehensive, collision, liability, PIP, gap. What does it all really mean? Today, we're cutting through the jargon. We're going to break down the essential types of car insurance so you can build the right shield for your car, your budget, and your peace of mind. Let's get you covered. Okay, let's start with the absolute foundation. The one type of coverage that isn't just a good idea, it's required by law in most states. This is liability insurance. Think of liability as your protection for damage you cause to others. It's not for your car, it's for theirs. It's broken down into two parts. Bodily injury liability. If you're at fault in an accident, this is what pays for the other person's medical bills, their lost income if they can't work, and God forbid, even funeral expenses. It's a crucial financial shield against potentially devastating lawsuits. 2. Property damage liability. This part covers the cost to repair or replace the other driver's car. It also covers any other property you might have damaged, like a fence or a mailbox. Remember, liability only pays up to the limits you choose on your policy, but without it, you're on your own, and that's a scary place to be. Okay, so liability takes care of the other guy. But what about your own ride? That's where the dynamic duo of collision and comprehensive coverage comes in. Let's start with collision coverage. The name says it all. This pays to repair or replace your car if it hits another vehicle or an object, like a pole, a guardrail, or even if your car rolls over. The key thing here, it covers you no matter who's at fault. Now for its partner, comprehensive coverage. Think of this as the anything but a collision insurance. This is for the weird, unexpected stuff life throws at your car. We're talking about damage from a falling tree branch, fire, theft, vandalism, hitting a deer, floods, hailstorms, all the chaos that isn't a direct crash. Comprehensive is your shield against the unexpected. Now we get into coverages that protect you personally from some tricky situations. First up, let's talk about a scenario. You do everything right, you have insurance, but the other driver doesn't. That's where uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage is a lifesaver. Uninsured covers your medical bills and car repairs if you're hit by a driver with no insurance at all. Underinsured kicks in when the other driver is insured, but their policy limits are too low to cover all of your losses. This protects you from someone else's lack of responsibility. And what about medical bills for you and your passengers, regardless of who caused the accident? That's where medical payments coverage, MedPay, and personal injury protection, PIP, come in. They're similar. MedPay helps pay for medical and funeral expenses. PIP is required in some no-fault states and goes a step further, often covering lost wages and even other expenses like childcare if you're injured. They are your personal health safety net after a crash. Okay, let's wrap up with a few specialized types of coverage that might be perfect for you depending on your situation. Driving a new car, you need to know about gap insurance. When you drive a new car off the lot, its value drops instantly. If you total the car early on, you might owe more on your loan than the car's actual market value. That gap in money, gap insurance covers it. It's a must-have for financed new cars. Hate being without wheels. Rental reimbursement insurance pays for a rental car while yours is in the shop after a covered accident. It's an optional add-on that brings a ton of convenience. And for those with special rides, there's classic car insurance, tailored for vintage and collector cars considering their unique value. And if you drive for Uber or Lyft, rideshare insurance is essential. It bridges the critical coverage gaps between your personal policy and the one provided by the rideshare company. So, let's go back to that split-second moment. The sound of the crash. Understanding your car insurance isn't about memorizing jargon. It's about building a personalized plan that stands between you and financial disaster. It's about knowing that if the worst happens, you have a shield ready. The right coverage isn't about buying every single option. It's about looking at your car, your finances, and your life, and making informed choices. It's about buying peace of mind. So take another look at your policy. Are you really covered? What's one type of coverage you learned about today that you think is essential? Or maybe you have a car insurance story that taught you a valuable lesson. Share it in the comments below. Let's help each other stay protected on the road. If this guide helped clear things up for you, do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe for more straight talking guides and ring that notification bell. Drive safe and stay covered.